All right, welcome to Coffee and Real Estate. I'm joined by the lovely real estate agent extraordinaire, Jen Warren.
Hey.
I'm pumped to have you on here.
Excited to be here.
So to kick us off, I would love for you to tell us how you got into real estate. Give me a little bit of your real estate journey.
Okay. So the journey started after I got done with college. I got into property management. Started out as a leasing agent.
For
Big developers. So I worked, yes. So I worked for a couple well-known ones, Gables, Amley, did some projects for them, did lease-ups and really loved that fast-paced,
I don't know. What's a lease-up? What does that mean?
So a lease-up is where they build an apartment complex. We basically fill it up.
From scratch?
From scratch.
Okay.
So we would always have really fun giveaways. So every lease-up would have we gave away a Jeep, or we gave away, it was just a boat, jet skis. So everything would have really fun. So it was high momentum, very exciting. Worked my way up to bookkeeper. Then I was a property management.
But that's kind of a big jump.
Yeah.
So was your background numbers? Are you numbers oriented?
So it was a lot of numbers. Just really managing apartment community, because you're managing 400 plus units.
Okay.
So and big staff. And NOI, so your net operating income. So you're in charge of the income coming in, the expenses, and every developer owner wants that solid bottom line.
And you're fresh in your 20s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so I did that for several years. Then went to commercial leasing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the 2nd Street District in Austin.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a really cool development, 4 blocks, partnered with the city, got that built. I learned about grease traps. Do you know what a grease trap is? I'm sure you do.
Learned that from the restaurant world.
Right.
Grease traps are not cheap.
No, they're not. And, but they're bad if you don't manage them.
Yeah.
So, did that, actually that was one of my favorite jobs. It was really.
And you were on the developer side?
So I worked for the developer. So we did the build outs, finish outs, learned all about that.
So you were overseeing construction stuff?
Not really. I represented really was the liaison with the tenants.
Okay.
And the developer. So we negotiated the contracts, everything like that. Loved that. So then had babies.
Okay.
And then took some time off.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
3.
So my oldest is 20, and then I have a 14-year-old that's about to start high school, and then a 12-year-old that's about to start middle school.
Okay.
So in the thick of it.
A wide spectrum.
Yes. So then I guess after that, I pretty much took some time off, decided, you know what, I'm going to get my real estate license, and that was 2021. I started during COVID and realized quickly I am not an online learner.
Okay.
That does not work for me. So then went into class.
So kids are not older. And you're all you did was real estate.
Right.
Out of college, you did real estate, had kids, took a little break, and kind of got the itch to go back and do it again. But this time on the residential side.
Correct.
But not an online learner.
Not an online learner. So that took me, what really took me just a small time in class, because I'm very hands-on and I like to, touch and feel. I think it's just part of my age too. But I got it done, and then now I'm here. So that was 2021.
And did you come straight? You were at another brokerage before that.
I started at a very small brokerage in Mansfield.
Okay, but it's a different. So one, I think your background in property management and development and tenant representation, those are pretty complicated deals. So you know contracts, leases. You're pretty savvy in the investment side.
Right.
But the challenge of for the residential side is you're now an entrepreneur. You gotta market, and you gotta, was that a hard jumping into that, or did that stuff come naturally?
Well, when you first start, it was a little intimidating. But I've always been a really good, at building relationships, meaning from being involved in my kids' PTA or being involved in sports organizations, or my kids in dance. So we're a busy family anyways.
Yeah.
And so just
and
really,
you're a people person.
Yes, I think so. I hope so. But really just building those relationships, and it just kind of comes naturally. And I'm blessed, because that doesn't happen for everybody.
Yeah.
And so
doesn't happen for most.
No, I know. And my sphere of influence is amazing. Like I'm just, so I'm blessed.
Okay. And so 2021, 2022, jump into this sort of new world of it. And you have, I mean, it feels like it's been a rocket ship since then. Maybe I might be being dramatic, but you have like, I mean, for us, since you've been at 6 Ave Homes, you've crushed it. And you just told me right before this that you have 8 listings at the moment, plus some coming.
Like 4.
That's
5, maybe. I don't know.
That's a lot.
It is. And it's all, like I said, I'm blessed to have people that believe in me, refer me. It's been a big blessing in my life for sure.
How many, do you know how many houses you've sold or families you've helped?
So funny enough, I had to look that up for something just recently too, for another article. And it was 78 homes.
That's a lot of homes in 4 years.
$28 million in real estate, which is really crazy. So, yeah.
That's, I mean, you must be doing something right.
I hope so. I think so.
Taking good care of people. Can you remember one of like your hardest or craziest deals?
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't say any deal is really hard. I feel like every deal comes with a set of challenges and a different set of challenges.
No deal does not have challenges.
No. And, so I don't really, I guess putting the word hard on it is hard for me, I guess.
Nothing's hard for you. You could problem solve.
It's just, I mean, as agents, we learn every single day. I mean, and I'm very blessed that I also have a great network of agents that I work with, that we encourage each other, we lift each other up, we're there to help, and so having that too is just a huge blessing in my life.
Yeah. It's a good answer. What do you love about what you do?
I love really helping people. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it's, I love seeing people reach their goals. Whether it's buying a first house, or a single mom that saved for 3 years to try to get to that point. Their reward is my reward. Like just seeing them be successful in life.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that every day is different. I don't go and sit at a computer and, it's, my day is never the same.
Yeah. Can you articulate, and I want you to brag on yourself a little bit, because 78 houses, 28 million in 4 years is a lot compared to most people. Granted, you have this whole background of knowledge, but what has made you so successful? Like, why do you think you are good at this or have done well doing this?
Well, I think you only get the results that you work for, period. I'm not above still even selling $28 million in real estate. I still go do open houses. I still, if somebody tags me on, a social media post, I'm right there, reach out, I work hard. I work all the time. It's probably my biggest downfall, I think, and just is sometimes I don't ever find time to just pause.
Okay.
And so maybe I could be better at balance. But I think that's probably, just hustle.
Yeah. You're a hustle.
I do hustle.
Well, can you, so you say you're not good at balance, and I, you work hard. I think that's true. But also how do you take care of yourself? Because you still have a 12-year-old, you still have a 14-year-old. How do you juggle it all? Are there any tips or tricks or things you do, kind of self-care or family care that allows you to balance it?
I mean, self-care, I squeeze that in every once in a while. But I think more just, it's a challenge sometimes, always just trying to be present for everybody and everything. And I still, I am not the mom that I want my kid to look out on the field and not see me in the stands. So if I have to, wait for a schedule to come out on, for tournaments on Wednesday, and I see that we're playing at 8 and 9:45, then I'm going to an open house straight from there at 1 o'clock. I will make it work.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's exhausting, and I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But it's important.
How do you approach clients? Like, relationships are a big deal to you. How do you like to view clients?
Just really being sincere, understanding. I think this job has really kind of got a therapy vibe to it. So we're kind of a therapist.
Oh, for sure.
So just being understanding to what somebody's going through. I mean, I've been through the thralls of really nasty divorces and being in the middle. I've been, through death, and it's just being sincere and understanding and empathetic to what somebody's going through during the transaction.
Yeah.
Not every real estate transaction is happy.
Yeah.
So I just try to put myself in their shoes of what they're, navigating in life, and we go through the journey together.
Yeah. What have you learned or has surprised you in this recent residential journey? I mean, you did real estate for a long time on the commercial side. Mm-hmm. When you made that switch, is anything you've learned, any big ahas, any things that were different than what you were anticipating?
The real estate market is a crazy roller coaster.
Okay.
It's, I started in 2021, and back when we were multiple offers, and everybody was making over list offers, and, people were fighting over houses. And then I've been to where, we're just kind of crickets and things are just kind of sitting. And so that's probably the biggest aha moment, just learning to buckle up and enjoy the ride, because again, no month, season, year is ever the same.
Yeah, and enjoy the ride kind of goes back to that idea of being present.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think people who are driven, people who are natural hustlers, to use your language, their superpower is that they're driven and work really hard, but their Achilles heel is also that they're driven and work really hard. Mm-hmm. So this idea of being present, I know for me, that's
I read your post. I know.
One of my hardest things to do is just slow down.
Yeah.
Doesn't come naturally for me.
I know.
But you want to savor it. You want to take it all in.
You do. And you gotta, you gotta kind of catch it when it's, because like I said, real estate's a roller coaster. So, we're kind of in a busy season right now. So it's, you try to, what's the word I'm looking for is compartmentalize, the time you have with everybody else.
Yeah. How did you wind up at 6th Avenue Homes?
Well, I was not recruited, for the record. I had a friend that worked here that I worked with at my previous broker. And she came on, and she's somebody that I admire and look up to. She's one of my mentors in real estate. And she's like, I was just talking to her and kind of telling her how I was feeling. And, I was looking for something different than where I was at, and I just didn't know it. And so I came in when Tanner was here, actually. So it was a while before I actually joined, and came and met with Tanner, and then Tanner left, and Jimmy, not Jamey, just stayed on me. And he was like, hey, when you're ready, he called me when my son graduated high school. I mean, who does that? I've not even worked for you. And, he remembered. And I felt like, okay, these people are very intentional. I love the culture. And this is me. This is where I want to be. This is who I am.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. If you could go back to 20-year-old Jen, out of college Jen, jumping into the world of real estate, what advice would you give your younger self?
Probably the advice I'm giving to my son that's 20 right now.
Okay, what is it?
Which is, you're going to get the results you put in. I think I've already said it once, but you work hard, have fun, and find balance.
Yeah, but there's a discipline element.
Right. Well, I think that we go with him for sure. We're in a different, just different times with kids. They think everything is just kind of given to them, and they're not really wanting to put in the work. And so we kind of have that conversation daily about, drive. And so I guess I've never really had that issue, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But you would have encouraged your 20-year-old self to put in the work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I would have probably gotten my real estate license when I was 20, probably.
Yeah. Were you afraid to do that?
Well, I mean, I just didn't know, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw back in the day, whenever it was different times. Real estate's definitely evolved about,
Yeah, it's evolved a ton.
It is. So, just kind of where, we're not I am wearing a suit, but the
Suit and tie.
stuffy suit, kind of people. It's more, it's definitely more relationship driven, not just, oh, you work for Century 21 and I'm going to put my house on the market kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take you to the lightning round.
Oh, God.
With some fun, fast questions.
Okay.
What's your go-to coffee order?
Actually, every morning, I drink an espresso, 3 shots of espresso on ice with a Premier Protein caramel shake.
Do you make it?
I sure do.
No. What kind of espresso machine do you have?
No, I go to Starbucks. I'm sorry.
Oh, you go to
But I
Starbucks?
actually do have an espresso
Do
machine,
you go to Starbucks every day?
but I go to Starbucks already.
So 3 shots of espresso with, what'd you say?
Premier Protein shake. It's salted caramel,
Okay.
and I pour it on top, and it's like an iced coffee. But
That
that's
sounds
protein.
amazing.
It's actually really good.
That's really good. Favorite meal in Fort Worth?
Favorite meal oh my gosh, I love so many, but our favorite meal is probably Pie Tap.
Pie Tap?
Oh my gosh, they've got this incredible salad. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what's the salad?
Oh, it's got like salami in it and pepperoni. So we'll go get that and get a pizza and a glass of wine. It is incredible.
So it's right by my house. My kids love Pie Tap.
Oh my gosh.
But I haven't had the salad.
Got to get the salad.
Okay, I gotta get the
It's
salad.
amazing.
Favorite vacation spot?
Oof, anywhere I'm on vacation. But probably my favorite vacation ever was probably with my kids to Atlantis.
Oh, okay, in Bahamas?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah. But I love to go to Mexico. My husband and I we love to just hop on a plane and go to Mexico for a few days.
I love Mexico. Favorite hobby outside of real estate?
Oh, being a sports mom and a dance mom.
Sports mom and a dance mom.
Yep, that's my hobby. I spend pretty much every weekend watching a baseball tournament or watching my daughter compete and dance. And
Hey, did you dance? Right.
did, but not to that level.
Okay, she good.
She is good, but she's done after this year. She made cheer at middle school, and she wants to work on, being a cheerleader in high school. So she needs to get her tumbling down. So she's going to put her focus there.
Cool. Both my girls are in dance, and so we have it's either this weekend or next weekend is the big dance recital.
Oh,
I love the dance, Dad.
I love it. I think my husband and I are both probably more sad
About it.
that she's not dancing because she has been dancing since she was 2. And yeah, it's been a part of our life.
Favorite book? Or is there a book you love to recommend?
Yeah, Good to Great. I love it.
Okay.
I've read it every once in a while just to kind of give myself that.
Jim Collins?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a great book.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've read that, but
It's a good one.
that's a great book. Any podcast you're into right now? Are you a podcaster?
You're going to laugh, but I do like the Kelsey brothers.
Oh, really?
I do.
Is it good? I've never listened to it.
So do you know the Kelsey brothers?
I know who they are.
Yeah. So they have their podcast and I love listening to them.
Okay.
It's just brothers and they are constantly back and forth and they talk some sports talk. And then, I do like Taylor Swift. So they talk about some
Taylor Swift.
stuff, but yeah, so
I'm a T Swift fan.
I am too.
And the final question, are you a night owl or morning person? Like, are people going to get like late night emails from Jen or are they going to get like early morning emails from Jen?
No, that would be late night.
Late night? Okay.
Yeah. And I don't typically do that. I do draw the line.
Yeah.
I work during the day most of the time, but I do stay up late. My husband and I will binge something on Netflix or,
Yeah. I feel like most real estate people are kind of night people. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Just something about getting up early. I mean, it's not like I sleep in, but I like being up at night. Kind of my downtime of,
Unwind, shut it off a little bit.
set it off.
There you go.
Nobody's calling me at 9:00 at night.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Jen, thanks for joining me.
Yes.
You're fantastic. This was fun.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.